Okay, John, one of the things that comes to mind when we talk about the documents being online and the different things like that is it sounds a lot like you're trying to make it more open for people.
Yeah.
And I know that you're a huge opponent, or not a proponent, I know you're a huge proponent, if I can talk, yes, of open government. How does that fit in with your feelings about open government?
It makes an enormous resource in terms of information that in a lot of cases is very important to people, like neighborhood covenants, a lot less of a mystery. You know, there are a lot of things that are sitting in file cabinets and on shelves in government that nobody knows where to find. They have no idea that they're even there. You know, before I got interested in running for county recorder, and I'd been a neighborhood president for 4 or 5 years, I didn't know where to find neighborhood covenants. If I couldn't get them from a realtor or from the guy who preceded me as president of my association, I didn't have a clue where to find them. And I suspect that there are a lot of people out there who got very good grades in civics classes in high school that don't know where this stuff is. And that's, you know, from my little corner of the world here in the recorder's office is one way we contribute to openness and transparency in government is going out and spreading this stuff and, you know, reaching out to people out there on the street and saying, here are these services that you can benefit from, and making it a lot easier for them to access them instead of them having to do all the work.
Well, and speaking of that, I mean, there's also some other changes that have happened at the treasurer's office and things that kind of go along with this.
That's right.
So it's not just been you out there by yourself. It's been kind of a collaborative effort.
Especially since we moved about a year ago. Now we are located adjacent to the auditor's office, the treasurer's office, the recorder's office. We're all sitting right here together. So, you know, they have, at the same time we've been working on it, extended out tax payment services and the ability to search tax records on the web. The courts have done the same thing. The assessor's office did it a long time ago. And you can sit here in the recorder's office now because we share all of their systems. The treasurer's office brought all of their public search computers over to our office when we moved down here because we've been able to put together this nice little hub of everybody's system. So we have searchers here now that in the past have had to bounce between our office, the courthouse, the treasurer's office, who can do all their searching right here in our office. And you know, it's just another thing that makes life easier for business.
Anything else you'd like to add? Anything we didn't maybe talk about that you would like to?
No, I mean, the open government stuff is pretty close to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, that doesn't really, it's kind of been a side venture for me, you know, other than what we talked about. I mean, the public records ordinance that the county just passed was, you know, something that I championed in that op-ed column from last fall.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, that's been something that's happened while I've been here that, you know, it kind of represents my theory that you try to, you know, lead or make a little bit of a difference from wherever you're sitting. And you know, I don't work in the commissioner's office anymore, but it was something that got my attention, you know, from the recorder's statutory role in sitting on the Public Records Commission in the county was trying to make it easier for people to access information in general on the web. And, you know, got together with Nelson Peters and Tom Smith and worked with them on getting these various public records ordinances passed that are putting expenditure data on the web.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's just been a really great first term, and can't wait to see what the second one has to offer.
Well, John, I think that's a good place to stop.
All right.
We appreciate your time and wish you well in November.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Sure.